You know, the thing about it is that, I mean, a remix is a remix is a remix. It doesn't mean that what you did was bad. You know what I mean? It's just another producer's approach on it. You know what I mean? And to me, when somebody thinks like that, they don't really have a broad perspective of music, I guess. You know what I mean? No disrespect. I know QD3, but I would never, it wasn't like no disrespectful thing. It wasn't like the fact that, you know, it was just a different look at the record. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, like any remix is, you know. Yeah. That's like saying if I send my record to somebody and they remix it and that's their theory of it, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean what I'm doing is bad. It's just another person's focus of what it would sound like, and their, you know, from their perspective. See, music is, you know, that's what the problem with a lot of hip hop is. You know what I mean? It's too much fucking ego and not enough motherfuckers pushing the gas on music. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And not respecting that aspect of it. You know. And to me, when I hear stuff like that, that's all it is ego. Mm-hmm. It's not saying it was done because something wrong with it. It's saying this is another person's approach. You know. Mm-hmm. Music can't be, you know, I'm no expert. I'm no expert when it comes to, you know, how people emotionally feel towards what somebody else's expression is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm no expert at that. So why do people try to get up and become experts to that? Like, instead of, like art, like I say, like, if you look at art, okay, the way I paint a picture is not the way you paint a picture of something. That's what the beauty of art is. So, if you can't come and look at something and respect it in the art form, then you're no different. Why don't I call up all my fans and say, hey, how does this beat sound right here for you? Because I'm thinking about making a record for you. Well, that would suck, wouldn't it? That would be whack, huh? Because then, guess what you'll never get? The artist's expression. Mm-hmm. You never get to experience what that artist is going through. But exactly. So, but when you're talking about art, it's not something that. It's the thing about art is the thing about art is not something that. It's not a cake bake mix. It's not like, oh, add 3 cups of water and 3 spoons of sugar. It's not like that. It's art. It's what I see when I drive down the street. If I see a bad bitch, how I look at the bad bitches like this, you might say, oh, that bitch is fat. Yeah, she got a fat ass booty. Yeah, I don't like girls like that. I like that skinny girl next to her. It's to each is his own. You feel me? It's how one person's look at it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when people get into that, it really bothers me because a lot of people don't understand why music is where it's at today. It's because of that. It's because an executive thinks he can tell you what you're supposed to hear, and he'll ask you, what do you want to hear? Well, and then they'll go back and tell the artist, like, this is what they want to hear. Well, that's not art. So you have to understand when we think like that and we get in these type of behavior, it takes away from the artistry. It takes away from the integrity, what an artist is trying to say to the world. All these things come down from the higher power. It's all spirits. It's all us talking, and that's why everybody can't do it. I know everybody thinks they can do it. You know what I mean? But everybody can't do it. Mm-hmm. You know, some people channel more things at one time than others. Some people understand, hey, you know, I can do this like 10 other people and get over, you know, and then we start looking at everything in its perspective and be like, hey, man, I'm not even myself no more because I done listened to blogs and listened to all this stuff, and now I'm not even the artist I used to be now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If I wanted to get up and wear a purple Nike on the right foot and a yellow Nike on the left foot, on the right foot, then that's what I want to do. Dang, that dude's a weirdo. Oh, that's kind of fresh. You know, oh, yeah, I'm a Laker fan. Oh, yeah, I'm this. Oh, yeah, I see you trying to stand out a bunch. That's what you're going to get when you're trying to express yourself about where you're trying to be at. Mm-hmm. But what a world we would have if I could get on my and ask the whole world what they want me to do today. I'd be 5 different people, and now one of them would be Hutch. Okay, when Louis Vuitton and Gucci make a purse, a belt, a pair of shoes, what they do? They call you and ask you? Absolutely not. So why does the artist have to call you and ask you? Why does he got to get validation from you? You know what I mean? To do a record, to express himself. He doesn't. He never has. One engineer, Donovan the Dirt Biker, once told me, he said, look, you get into all of that, you know, pleasing this and pleasing that and pleasing that. When you got into the music industry, you did not have one fan. When you came in here and cut Living Like Hustlers, he told me and the rest of them, when you came in and cut Living Like Hustlers, you didn't have one fan. What did you do with the music for? Yourself. That's it. It's all for yourself. It's about a person feeling what I'm going through at the particular time. I've never made records for you. He never made records for me. He never made records for these people that's crying out in front of the hospital. That's what he made them for. Himself. No one, nothing's ever good for some people, Hey, check this out, Jay. Tomorrow I'm going to buy you, I'm going to stop by your house and drop off a red Rolls Royce. When I leave, you're going to say, oh, Hutch should have bought me the black one. It's always something that's never good enough for people. You know what I'm saying? I never woke up that morning to do nothing, to sacrifice to disintegrate Pac's legacy or disrespect QD3 or anything. I never woke up. I just say, hey, I'm gonna try. Right. They want me to do this. I'm gonna try this. That's it. I didn't go in with an opinion on it like, oh, that was whack or that was this. It wasn't none of that. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't like it, you could have, said you didn't like it. It's cool. I mean, that's your opinion of it. I mean, he didn't say he didn't like it. He just said it shouldn't have been touched. But I can feel it. I mean, maybe it shouldn't have. Hey, that's a record executive saying, hey, I think this. Go let him take a punch at it. Okay. What do you want me to do? Not do it? I mean, that's just the game, dog. That's the game, homie. I've been in those situations to where, hey, I did Hunter Smokes. I didn't want Tommy Boy to sit it down to Texas and have different cats do different mixes of it. But, hey, it should have never been touched. But the whole thing about it was, hey, it was for face value. It was for whatever that company was trying to do with that particular project. What can I say? Right. That's how it works. You know the nature of the beast, dog. All these cats know the nature of the beast. They know it. Their focus is they're trying to revamp and sell and package and resell. What did he think was going to happen? It's a business move. It's like anything. It's like, it's like when they remix and remaster and, people say, oh, the song should never have been touched. But, hey, they do it anyway. So you don't kill the dude that's hired to remix it and master it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no feelings on the negative vibe about QD3's record. I mean, so I don't have to stand in a room and defend myself or get online and say what's this, and I don't have to do that. I didn't do that. I wasn't hired to make it better. I was hired to put a different twist on it. You know what I mean? So there it is. No one was in there saying, "Oh, the old one is whack," and no one was doing that. I could see if it was something wrong with it or something. It's just a different, it's a different twist on things. Like I said, when people look at it like that and they don't really think it's real, I was upset. And I was still saying like, hey, hey, they put a different twist on it. It's cool. Hey, let's put a mix on it. It's cool. I respect Hutch. It's straight. Don't trip. But they want to turn it into like, oh, it should have never been touched. And my stuff is, that's like some ego shit floating around. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Put it like this: if it wasn't touched, and Interscope put it out, it'd be like, "Oh, I ain't buying it. It's the same old shit." But I love him. I love him. I love QD3. We always had a good relationship. He's a good friend of mine. I love him. You know what I mean? It didn't have nothing to do with him. Trust me. I put it out there. It being remixed didn't have nothing to do with him. It just had something to do with the label wanting to put a different version of it out. That's it.